Hello everyone and welcome to another live from the workshop, and today I'll be making something that lots of people have wanted me to make, and it is of course going to be a regenerated 7th Doctor. Now, a lot of people have asked me to make this before, and it's never been something that I've been hugely interested in doing. But another reason that I've not made any regeneration figures as such is because a lot of them already exist. We've obviously already had a 4th Doctor regenerated figure. It came in the time capsule and it was later released as a normal one. 5th Doctor regenerated figure came as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and it also came as part of the Cached Valva set. And then a 6th Doctor regenerated figure obviously was released. 7th Doctor hasn't been released. 8th Doctor hasn't been released. And now I know a lot of people do want me to do a 9th Doctor regeneration figure. But the problem with doing regeneration figures generally is they're basically just a head swap. Now, I know a lot of people like to sort of shorten the legs and make them the right height and things like that, but I really don't have any interest in doing that. And so that's why I've never made any regeneration figures, because I really don't have an interest in doing it. And it's the one reason I've never done this is because this was basically just a head swap, and it was basically a head swap and a repaint of the waistcoat. And I'd already done a waistcoat repaint for my 6th Doctor custom, and I'd already repainted the waistcoat. So obviously I'm going to replicate that on this, but that's the reason why, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because I can do it with obviously swapping over a normal head and then painting up the waistcoat as well. But there is another reason I've decided to do this, and I'm not going to tell you what that reason is because it's a surprise. But it is something that occurred to me the other day, and I thought actually that is something I could do, and I think it's really going to be a great little difference. Not a difference this figure, but it's going to be a great way of displaying this figure, shall we say. But obviously, first things first is I need to get on to painting the waistcoat, so let's get on with that. And so here is my finished regenerated 7th Doctor figure. Now, I might have said this at the very beginning of this. It's been quite a while since I actually filmed this part. Quite a while since I filmed the previous parts and filmed this part and film the next part. So I might say this several times in the video. But this is not a start to me making regeneration figures. I always said that I was never gonna make this figure because there was never anything to it. It was just a shirt repaint, a tie repaint, and a head swap, and that's basically it. It's really never interested me in terms of making it as a figure, but I know it was something that a lot of people wanted, and I had the 7th Doctor head spare, I had the 6th Doctor body spare. So I just thought, let's do it. Let's just get it done, get it made, and then hopefully people will stop nagging me about it. And so here it is. But I realised that this is exactly a good example of one thing I always say about me not wanting to make customs unless I'm interested in them, because it takes a lot of the fun out of it for me. But I'd obviously already made this, so I wanted to do a video on it, but I just felt like I couldn't make a good video of this because I couldn't be excited about it as a figure. So it got me thinking, what else can I do to this figure to make it that little bit more exciting, not just for me, but for the people watching? Well, I've got something to show you. Okay, I have really had to get the camera back to try and get this in shot, but yes, you are seeing this correctly. This is a boxed 7th Doctor in Regeneration outfit. This is not from Comic-Con 2012. There is a reason why it says Comic-Con 2010 even, not 2012. There is a reason it says that, which I will go into in a minute. But yeah, this is not a start, because I'm sure some people are going to say, can you do this, can you do that? This is not a start to me making boxed figures, custom box figures. I simply did this because it provided me with an extra challenge that I'd not done before. And it was a figure that it didn't look right, just displayed on its own. And, you know, I've got other Regeneration figures in box. I don't plan to make any other Regeneration figures. I might have already said that at the start of this video when I started recording it. It's been quite a while from once I recorded the first part to what I'm recording now. Yes, it is not a start to me making Regeneration figures, but I really wanted something that would just stand out and something that would really look good on display, and I really think that this has stood out very well. So obviously, overall, it is it's a standard bubble pack from the classic series. If I turn it round, you can see that it actually previously housed a regenerated 5th Doctor. The reason that I went for this was because it had the right size to fit the 6th Doctor's figure in. I was originally looking at trying to find a 6th Doctor figure, but it was either going to be like a real-time 6th Doctor or a regenerated 6th Doctor, both of which were extremely expensive and both of which I would have been very reluctant to take out of the box. Luckily, I managed to find these in relative abundance, or at least I managed to find the regenerated 5th Doctors in relative abundance on eBay in the UK anyway. So it provided me with the perfect box to put it in, and it was nice that I've got, you know, the extra little Comic-Con bit, because it just adds that little bit of excuse me. It also adds that little bit of extra exclusivity to it, because people are going to see it and think, I didn't know they released that at Comic-Con 2010, and it's going to be a bit of a disappointment when they find out they didn't. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that it's come out. The banner down below, I just want to give a shout out to James Blowers at DWTODWFA. I hope I got that right. I'm terrible at remembering now. But yeah, I didn't, at the time of making up this banner, I did not have any of these banner pieces at the bottom spare. He very kindly scanned one in for me to use as a template, so thank you very much for that, James. It really helped out a lot that you had that you could scan in for me. So then basically I had the overall template, and then all I did was redo the text on the front, say 7th Doctor, redo the text in Regeneration outfit, put in a date year 1987, and the image of the 7th Doctor in the 6th Doctor's outfit is actually a composite that I made in Photoshop. It was basically just the normal 6th Doctor outfit, which I recoloured the tie. Obviously you can't see it that well, don't know why I'm holding it. Should bring it a bit closer to the camera. Unfortunately, I can't quite really see the camera, and I think that's going to reflect on the camera a bit too much. So I might have to leave it back there for now, but you can still, anyway, see it. So yeah, it was a 6th Doctor outfit, recoloured tie, and then the headshot is actually from Time in the Rani. It was one of the first promo pictures, or one of the promo pictures of Sylvester McCoy in his original outfit. Edited out his outfit, put his head on the 6th Doctor, so it is weirdly fairly close screen accurate picture, even if the picture itself never actually existed. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I know I say a lot, but I'm really pleased with how this came out, because people have wanted me to do and make this custom for ages and ages, and I've never been that interested in making it because I really didn't feel like it presented enough of a challenge. It was literally just a repaint and a head swap, and that was basically it. And you know, I did it because I had the parts spare. You know, I happened to have a spare 7th Doctor head, I happened to have a spare 6th Doctor body. I thought, oh, I might as well do it, and I just did it, and I just didn't feel like I didn't feel like it was worth a video in many respects. I didn't feel like the making the figure was worth a video, so I really wanted to do something that was that little bit different and add an extra something to this video, and doing a boxed version certainly was doing something a little bit different, and I thoroughly recommend, if you've got the chance, doing something like this, because it's again not something that I plan to do again in future, but it really was still fun doing it, and it really does look great when it's even though the back of it is technically open and it's not sealed, obviously, because I've had to get the figure in there. Next to all of my other boxed classic figures, you've got like the 5th Doctor and the Ainley Master, you've got a real-time 6th Doctor, you've got the regenerated 7th Doctor, you've got the regenerated 6th Doctor, you've got regenerated 5th Doctor. Hang on a minute, go back a couple, regenerated 7th Doctor. It blends in, but then all of a sudden it stands out, and I think it really does look good lined up along the others. So yeah, I really am very pleased with how this has come out. And so that is my regenerated 7th Doctor figure. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot, and be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. There is an exclusive webcomic and rewards for people who support it, and the funding generated by my Patreon helps me fund future videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.